That down. Let's talk about this. Dino Wears Prada.
Again,
So
a good idea.
I went to go see Elio yesterday, and I shot an out of theater reaction to it. The problem was it was so windy, the audio was useless. The audio was completely useless on it. So I decided I would just wait and give you my thoughts on Elio today. Now, as of right now, Elio's got a good critic rating. I mean, if you go over Rotten Tomatoes, it's got an 80% or 86% out of 80 reviews. Not a lot of them are saying that it's one of Pixar's best, but they generally like it. How did I feel about Elio? I generally like it. It's okay. It's okay. Is it worth seeing? Yeah, I think it's worth seeing. Is it in the top half of Pixar films? No, I don't think so. It's a movie that does not have many laughs. It tries to have laughs, but it doesn't have many laughs. It's a movie that tries to have some emotionality through it, and it doesn't do a good job of it till the end. I got to tell you, once you get to the ending of this movie, there's a couple of big emotional payoffs that even I found myself in the theater getting a little bit choked up at. Me and Ann both. Like, the emotional payoffs at the end were very, very, very well done.
That's good.
And it kind of saves the movie, to be honest with you. The ending of this movie kind of saves the movie. But, you know, it opens up with something I think the marketing should have led into. Like, we know from the trailers that Elio's living with his aunt, being voiced by Zoe Saldana. But they kind of lean more, the opening of the movie kind of leans into the fact that this is a kid who has just recently lost both of his parents. And he feels now very alone. And that is something, while I get, oh yeah, he's living with his aunt. Clearly something happened to his parents, right? But I think the marketing could have done itself a better service by leaning into that a little bit, because the opening of the film, I felt kind of emotionally connected to Elio. And I found myself wanting to cheer for this kid now, because it goes deep. Like, this kid now just utterly, completely how he feels alone, and his aunt struggling with what to do with that and how to deal with that. It then becomes very formulaic. And it then becomes incredibly predictable for the last half of the first act, all the way through the second act, a little bit into the third act. The characters that we see in the trailers, like these alien beings that are the representatives of this great thing that Elio wants to now go join, they're very empty. Like, you think of these great side characters, animated side characters in anime. You think of Lemure, or Cogsworth.
Right.
Right. Like, these excellent Zazu, these excellent secondary side animated characters that really bring new color and depth to a story. These alien creatures we see in the movie are just kind of empty calories. They really don't add anything other than context, really a bit. So they're not really there at all. Again, the strongest element of Elio for me is Elio himself. It's like, you do find yourself really liking the kid, and the kid is a problematic kid at that. It reminds me a little bit of Lilo, which is great. Lilo is a wonderful little girl, but she can be bad sometimes, right? And this kid does some things that would drive you crazy if you were a guardian of him. The adventure doesn't really work very well. The humor in it doesn't really work very well. The strength of the film is when it gets into its heavier emotional moments that really make you feel something for the characters and what's going on, and kind of gets you choked up a bit. That's when it works great. And I think they should have leaned into that a little bit more. And again, it ends strong. I like the main character. So overall, I'm saying I kind of like the film. I actually told you, Rob, when you came in this morning, because you haven't seen it yet, but I told you when you came in this morning that I actually think you're going to like it a little bit more than me.
Yeah, which fascinates me.
Because they do, I want to know what I can say without saying too much. They really lean into sci-fi with how it's sometimes at best grounded in reality. Okay. And I'll just say the opening scene of the movie is like the kid is in a space museum. And the stuff and I won't talk about anything that happens in there, but it's like, I'm watching this stuff and I'm thinking, Rob would really like this. I think you're going to appreciate some parts of it more than I did. Anyway, overall, not a waste of a time.
Sure.
It definitely has its highlight moments. I'll never watch it again. I'm pleased that I saw it. Not going to plan on watching it. I don't think it's anything you need to rush out and go see. But if you did feel the urge to go see it, I also don't think you're wasting your time if you do.
All right.
Not one of their strongest, but it is what it is. Anyway, like, is anything I'm saying surprising you, or does that sound exactly like what you were expecting?
No, it's look, I'm always fascinated, especially with a company like Pixar that has such a great legacy. If they make a film that's so, say, lesser than, I'm curious as about how did that go through their whole production process. But, if you like it and you think it's, look, I'll watch anything with aliens in them. I mean, it's something to do with space. Someone's going into space. Someone wants to think about space. I'll watch a movie. If they're dealing with space, it doesn't matter. I'll watch that. But, I want it to be better. But I'll go see it then if you recommend it.
It's a light recommendation. Again, keep that in mind. It's a light recommendation. But anyway, that's my thoughts on Elio. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Stitch Fix. Guys, you know I love movies, but you also know I have absolutely no fashion sense, and I absolutely hate shopping for my clothes. But thankfully, I have found a better way. Stitch Fix online personal styling makes it easy. With Stitch Fix, I get a stylist who understands my style, size, and budget, and they do all the shopping for me. Because look, shopping and figuring out style can be overwhelming, especially for somebody like me. When it comes to getting dressed, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. That's why I love having a Stitch Fix stylist. They really know what works for me. I get pieces that make me look great, and it's a real confidence boost. You just give your stylist your size, style, and budget preferences. You get to order boxes when you want and how you want, no subscription required. They send you personalized pieces, and the fit is always on point. No stores, no crowds, no stress. Just personalized looks that you will love. So guys, make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Campea. That's stitchfix.com/Campea. Guys, did you have a chance to see it? What did you think about it? If you did, again, it's got an 86%, and I get why, because if I put a vote on there, it would be a positive one. I just didn't love it. I don't think it's one of Pixar's top half of their movies, even the top 2/3. I don't think it's the worst by any stretch of the imagination either. Anyway, whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.